This economy is brutal and it's taking zero prisoners. This isn't a test anymore, it's life. And the new year is ready to catch whoever walks in unprepared, but not you. You're watching this because you refuse to be one of the casualties caught without a system. You've seen what happens when money's left to chance. It just disappears into somebody else's pocket. Next year is not showing up with sympathy. It's ready to catch anyone that's caught slipping. Every unmade plan, every ignored account, every I'll figure it out later type moment has a cost attached to it. Structure is the only thing that will be rewarded. Luck is out of the equation. And those who build systems, they walk through the storm unscathed. The women who win aren't lucky. They are prepared. They built structure strong enough to stand when the world starts shaking. No one's coming to rescue any of us from confusion. The rescue is in our structure. So you know the pattern. Paycheck hits Friday, bills hit Monday, and by Wednesday, you're wondering where it all went. Prices are moving, policies are shifting, and the cost of not paying attention is rising by the day. So grab your drink, open your notes, and lock in, because by the time we're done, you'll have a system that's too solid to shake, no matter what the headlines are talking about. The money survival system is about setting up something that keeps you covered when life starts swinging, because it will swing on you. It always does. The question isn't if the pressure shows up, it's whether you built something solid enough to handle it. So as we walk through each one, think of it like tightening your foundation, not to restrict you, to support you, to make sure that whatever you build next, it actually stands. So number one, the automation anchor. Automation is what keeps your money steady when your focus is everywhere else. If your finances still depend on memory, you're doing too much work for too little return. Automation is what protects your effort when life gets busy. Think of it as part of your system that quietly handles business in the background while you're out living your life. It's not about giving up control. It's about designing control that doesn't depend on how motivated you feel. That's the difference between constantly catching up and finally getting ahead. Start with the basics. Bills paid automatically, so stability is never skipped. Stability fund, your 3 to 6 months of breathing room. And your freedom fund, your walk away money, your options in motion. By the time your coffee's half done on Friday morning, your system should already be at work. Bills paid, savings moving, future funded. You didn't have to remember anything. You just set it up once and you let it run. That's what leading your money looks like behind the scenes. Automation keeps you consistent even when life pulls your attention somewhere else. It's quiet, it's effective, and it's the reason your future self will thank you. Number two, the spending plan rhythm. Forget perfection. What you need is a rhythm. Your rhythm is that weekly pulse check that keeps you connected to what's actually happening. 20 minutes, a quick look at what came in, what went out, and what's next. That's it. Ask yourself, did my money follow the plan or the mood this week? No judgment, just awareness, because awareness is what turns small course corrections into lasting results. You don't have to track every single penny. Just know the story your money's telling you. If it's messy, then you clean it up. If it's aligned, you keep it going. The point is staying close enough to notice before things drift too far. Set a day that works for you. Mondays for a reset, Fridays for a review, Sundays for reflection. The label doesn't matter. It's you being consistent that does. The more often you check in, the less often you're surprised, okay? That rhythm builds trust with yourself. And once that trust builds, your decisions get sharper, because it's about connection and not control. Staying close enough to your money to direct it with confidence, that's how rhythm turns into results. Number three, the fund protection plan. Every dollar needs a destination. When money has no direction, it disappears. Set up separate funds, essential funds for non-negotiable expenses, wants or an indulgence fund for your lifestyle. Set up a stability fund for proof of progress and strength. Freedom fund for options. Each one has a job. You don't have to set these all up at one time, but I do recommend that you set up an account for your essentials, your wants, and for your initial stability fund. Each one gives you power. When everything sits in one account, it's too easy to blur the lines. Rent money turns into trip money, savings turns into impulse money, and then you're back to wondering where it all went. Labeling your accounts brings structure to your choices. You see your values every time that you log in. If it's in your wants or indulgence fund, spend it freely. If it's not, skip it without guilt. That's not restriction, that's absolute direction of your money. Every fund, it tells a story. Your stability fund shows progress in motion. foundation and that you are solid. Your freedom fund, that's proof you're building options. That's what leadership over your money looks like. Power isn't just earning more, it's knowing what to do with what you already have. 4, the adaptability audit. Every season of life changes your money, whether you plan for it or not. The way I spend now isn't how I spent 5 years ago, and it shouldn't be. I used to think consistency meant keeping everything the same. Now I know real consistency is knowing when to adjust. That's what the adaptability audit is for. Checking in to see if your system still fits the life that you're living, not the one you had last year, not the one you thought you'd have by now, the one that you're in today. I sit down and ask myself a few simple questions. What's working? What's wasting? What needs more attention? And what needs to go? Because money tells the truth about your habits, and if something's not working, it'll show up in your numbers. I remember just realizing that I was paying for things I wasn't even using, like subscriptions, memberships, convenience fees. I was spending out of habit, not purpose. Now I rework my system the same way I clean out a closet. If it doesn't fit or serve me anymore, it's out. No drama. The fact is your life will change. Jobs shift, kids grow, priorities move. Your money should move with it. The ones who stay financially strong aren't the ones who get everything right. They're the ones who pay attention soon enough to make a shift. So if something drains you, then cut it. If something adds value, double down on it. That's what strategic living looks like. At some point, I realized I didn't need more money to feel secure. I needed a stronger structure. But hey, don't misunderstand me. Give me the money too. But I learned that security was the part that I controlled. More income absolutely helps, but it doesn't solve confusion that having a system does. When you know where your money's going, you stop letting it control you. Most women think freedom comes from a certain number. It doesn't. It comes from knowing you can handle what comes next. No matter whatever it is, you can handle it. I've been the person holding everything together by willpower alone. I've also been the person with a system that does half the work for me. I'll take the second version every single time. The new year will test everybody in some way, but you'll be ready because you've got structure and are not depending on luck. You've done survival, you've carried the weight of stress, you've stretched every dollar and still kept moving. Now it's time to stop running from instability and start running your system. So you're not waiting for luck anymore. You're building the kind of foundation that keeps you steady while the world keeps flip-flopping. And when other people start panicking, you will pivot with ease. That is the shift from reacting to leading, from surviving to securing, from hoping to handling. Your system is strong, your structure is set, your strategy stands, and this is where just surviving ends and your power begins. This is your money era. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe to the channel for more content. If this spoke to you, let it move you to take one small step forward where real change begins, because information will fade, but your implementation is going to stick. You'll remember that. Automate something, name a fund, check your numbers, do something that tells your money that you are taking action. And if you're ready to go a little deeper, then grab my free Your Money Era Starter Guide at the link in the description. It'll walk you through the first steps of building real structure, the kind that keeps working even when life gets distracting. This isn't about chasing wealth for show. It's about creating freedom that you can hand down for generations. So keep learning, keep adjusting, keep building, because those who stay consistent don't need to predict the future. They prepare for it. And you're doing that right now. I'll see you in the next one. This is Your Money Era, and it's just getting started.